Hey, welcome back. Welcome back here. Another day of the Astro-Gravitational Report. Uh, 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 it took me a while to even dig in it more deep today. So much going on, guys. First of all, the moon it's going to be crossing over from Capricorn into Aquarius. She's going to be meeting Pluto, 4 o'clock. Okay, seeking a that transformation. The intuition is like, you know what, the things doesn't work the way it's supposed to. Where is the hold up? What is it? The things that are holding. Okay, this is typically happened. For example, when you're trying to do your project, and all of a sudden the project is not turns out the way you wanted it, or the things that you worked on it, and so on. And when you finally put everything together, it doesn't work. And guess what? You need to find different way of thinking. You need to find new, totally innovative way to see the things. You cannot continue the old way. So the moon, it's going to be coming in very strong with Pluto. Pluto is in Aquarius. And right now with that innovations, is going to be getting the spark to move down. The same times though, we know already, we already feel it, certain things are moving slow. What happens? Well, Saturn is slowing down to go to a station's retrograde, which just means station's retrograde. He's going to be stays there and that spot in the sky for a while, and you're gonna feel a very slow release of things that not worked out, things that were hold, things that were taught, and it's going to be start moving forward. We're going to be seeing it Saturn when he's going to be moving out of Pisces. These restrictions is going to be removed, so something new to rise up, new teachings, new ways. But Saturn is also when it enters Aries, he is going to be doing what? He's going to be restricting the old ways. So, with that incoming energies, we also have Mercury that it's under the divine energies with Chiron together with Venus. That is it about a lot of healing right now is going on of the inner child. That energy is going to be coming in and work, and something else is happening. Okay, the true Lilith is going to be joining Mars. Mars is right now, I want to know the truth, why there is no actions. I want to know what is it this that goes on, because I need to focus off my actions. Okay, the mean Lilith is still at 27 degrees of Scorpio. That is going to be rise up in the horizon in 7 o'clock in the morning. So shadow side facing Uranus. The universe knows your shadow. The universe knows what it puts in your shadow. Okay, things that you hide. And this is why I'm telling the people that not particularly within that mean Lilith, there is two things that are living there. Things that you're afraid so much and you're living on fear, or things that you want so much and you're afraid what could happen. And that's what the shadow is. It contains those two in there. And when you look at within yourself, you're afraid to say what you want, how you want, the way you want it. And at the same time, you are afraid of the fear what could happen if the people find things about you. That is your own personal fear, is your own shadow. So this is energy that is going to coming out in the horizon. The inner work at 7 o'clock is going to be at within Virgo. It's about logic, about who, about me, about healing me. There is a lot of energies right now about healing me. We see in this Chiron that it's at the Aries. I have to heal the inner child. And now the past in there, it's also coming out in the morning as the inner work. It is going through Virgo. Why? Because the logic in there of healing. Okay, Virgo is the sixth house. It's the sixth zodiac sign. It represents the physical hospital. It represents the nurse. Okay? So, hi, Arier, and hello, Lionel. Thank you for coming in. So, with these energies in the morning, there is going to be a lot of going on in the process. Too many things, too many energies. You may gonna get through overwhelming, but some of the energies is going to be calling you because they are going to work. Okay, what is those energy? The energy that is going to work. This is a Neptune, Saturn, Jupiter, Mercury retrograde, and Venus coming in together with Lilith in the ascendant to tell you, turn back, look at it back. Could you repeat that? It's the same things. Are you still bringing that past with you? You're in the new ways, but you're still looking at to find into the new ways to find the old patterns. You cannot do that. It's kind of like you standing on the door, and you don't go back, but either you're not even going forward. And right now, with that energy, Mercury retrograde says like it's time for you to move forward. It brings that beautiful message to Venus from Chiron. It's like, you know what? Heal these fears. Whatever your fear is, okay? Because the enemy, it's always what? A fear, not something else. Fear. So with that energies, a lot is going to be coming up because the moon and Pluto, they are going to be what? They are squaring Chiron. It's require new ways of healing, okay? And this new ways of healing is going to be asking for some of the people to dig in at what? Digging it in a place they have not if been in there. Hi Gordon, thank you for coming in. So this is what is going to be happening, and we're going to see some of these energies even a little bit more. At 8 o'clock, the sun is going to be start coming out in event horizon. We're going to see the sun. The sun it start moving away from Uranus opposition. You're going to feel like, okay, little by little, I'm not going to opposing. Whatever is going to happen is going to happen because I understand certain things I have no controls over. But the sun wants to have expressions. Okay? This is the authority expressions. This is a lot of documents, a lot of things, and going on. This could be a lot within you that you maybe sit down and write a letter of explanations to the loved one, or this is the moment when you do something about the work and it's like, you know what, this is not working properly in there. So all this kind of like of energy is going to be coming up and trigger, but they're for the right purpose. Okay, the sun is sextiling the moon and Pluto. It's trining Neptune and Saturn. A very, very powerful moment right now. Okay, just be mindful about it. That don't oppose what the universe coming to you. Okay, don't. All right, all right. 9 o'clock. This is the time when the Mars is coming in the horizon. He's with the true Lilith. He's like, you know what? I want to know the truth. I want to know what the heck is going on in here because I don't know. And if I don't know, I cannot act. A lot of the people is going to be seeking it within them. What is this slow motions? It's lack of actions. Okay, because the actions is suppressed right now. They are like I'm not going to this future. I don't like the AI. I don't like the new robots. I don't know what I'm going to be doing in the future. I don't know how I'm going to survive. And now Mars is in fears. Okay, so looking at with this is you need to look what how to think differently. How to be a self-sufficient, not codependent on company or artificial intelligence or things. A lot of people, they're going to start looking for one thing, independence, so they can be actually independent. For some people, this is going to be emotional independence, financial independence. For some of the people, this is going to be a materialistic independence. You know, I can produce my own stuff, I can do my own things, and I don't have to deal with anybody, right? Okay, go back to the tribal mode for some, right? And like, okay, That's going on, because the new things that it's coming in, they are going to be doing some things. It's going to be requiring some a totally new wave of process, and that's what the moon it's going on. In the next hour at 10 o'clock, we are going to be seeing it that that energy of the moon is going to be coming out of Capricorn. It's like, what are we doing? We have to evolve. Now, the life on Earth asks us to evolve. It's pushing us, it's kicking us, it's moving us. We cannot think the old way. It's going to require new things. Like it or not, it's going to be requiring new things. And that is going to be also on a personal level. If you take a look at it with this, it is about you. And that's what Pluto, it is the deep transformations. But he is also transformations of what? Of the soul. He is the hidden God. That's who Pluto is. Okay, you don't see it, you don't know, but all of a sudden you know it's there. The universe, this force, however it's in your case. Okay, and now today this intuition is going to be go straight in there. It's going to be like, okay, I'm waiting for my guidance. I want my guidance. I demand my guidance. I want to focus on these transformations. So I want to know what the heck I need to do. Okay? And this energy is going to be a focus particularly with that. We're going to see it at 11 o'clock that this is going to trigger Venus about values. How do you value the things that you have with others? Sacrifice. Is the other sacrifice things for you, or you're afraid to sacrifice things for others? Okay? And Mercury is like heal the inner child. Have you shared your toys with the kids? Have you learned what it's mean when one of the kids says like, hey, here's the toy. You can play with it, right? You give it back, or, we can play together with this, right? Social things, developing things, right? But it's also Chiron and Aries represents codependency of what? Of others, of the mother. Okay? In the psychology, that it stays like when the baby's crying, they'll go right away. Like in an instant. What happened? Leave the baby to cry for a little bit. So you will cure that codependency beginning that it's there. All right, 12 o'clock. The authority is going to be timing for it. Is going to be the inner work at Sag. We're going to see that the moon, it's right now crossing in the first minute within Aquarius. The new challenges are coming, the new things that it's coming. The moon, it's like a way to go, right? But it's going to be facing what? Performance of the qualities within what? Personality and family. What is it that problem is? Because Jupiter right now is in Cancer. And now we have to look at it innovative way of the family. What do you think about family? How's the family values? If there is a family values or there is no family values at all? How it's going to be the process into the future about this. So this is going to be some triggers, a lot of things that it's going to come, but right now the moon and Pluto, they are trining Uranus, they're sextiling Saturn and Neptune, they're sextiling Venus and Mercury and the Sun. Come on, it is a lot of going on with this deep needs for transformations, processes. Whatever you need to change, you need to change. And you're going to know what you need to change because the moon is going and its focus of that depth within the divine energies, that hidden God of transformations that it's coming towards us. And you're thinking about how to change. You're seeing that the certain things are not what it used to be. It's whatever you were told to be, things are not what they are. And you're like, these things has to change. And you start looking at it and you, oh, I have to change. You realize that part that you need to change and become example for others. God bless your soul. That is the thing that will help you in a big way. All right, 1 o'clock. The midheaven is going to be with Mars. Still, that energies of Mars is going to be for a while. Have a patience, understand the slow things and the things that you're not doing, sometimes actions not done, it's better than some wrong actions. Okay, be mindful about expressions with others, because when the warrior becomes under this pressure and he's like, I don't have support of any kind, and so on and so on. Now the warrior archetype inside of you, it's like, I don't have for what to do this, what I'm going to do this for. You're losing what? You're losing the driven force. But sometimes you have to what? Take a break. Those who doesn't know how to take a break, they're gonna be putting to take a break. Okay? In different ways. Some people is gonna be like, you know what? The year is finished, you haven't taken your vacations. Here's your vacation. Have a good day. Enjoy it. For some, this is gonna be like, you know what? You have those sick days, you gotta go. You getting sick, you're not going to work, right? So you can be able to get all these processes in there. All right, 2 o'clock, the inner work is going to be at Capricorn. You see that the things is not working. I mean, a lot of the people are already what in that Christmas mood, and there it's like, well, what kind of work? You know, we are here to wrap up the things in there, and that's going to be okay. But certain things has to be done, because if you put your personal work that you're doing it in there, you cannot escape it. Okay? I mean, you can put that blinders in there, and you can put this face mask in there, and so on. But deeply inside of you, you know there is certain things you need to do from you. Okay? And now that energy is going to be, don't escape things that you need to do for your future. All right, 3 o'clock. The inner work is going to be at Capricorn, opposing Jupiter and square and Chiron. Here is like have you mature, have you grow. Okay, one of the biggest fears, okay, is when you work so hard to mature, you present in there, but when you start the performance, you lack it at that things within maturity, that it's the inner child. And the thing it is instead of doing all those things, I had some talks about this yesterday with someone, and we are talking about that. If you don't know something how to do it, ask yourself how to do it, why I cannot do it, and what is the best way to learn. Here is the process of evolution. You don't have to deal with these fears. You don't have to deal with all these things inside of it. And that is what the moon wants to have. And the moon is going to come in the next hour, because the next hour it's 4 o'clock. And that is the beauty. Those who does this work and understand the words from the previous hour, here is the inner work, which is the midheaven with the moon and Pluto. I said 4 o'clock. You see how many synchronizations energies are, right? The only energy that it's not really synchronized is Mars with the true Lilith. That's it. And he doesn't like the new things. And this is one of the things that you need to realize, that like it or don't like it, the new things coming in. You may not like the smartphones, you liked your flip phone, right? You can just go there and just dial and all good. Now you have to go ahead and lock your phone. You have to go ahead to hit the button. You have to go ahead and dial, and it's asking you, do you want to make a regular call or through the Wi-Fi? And you're like, oh my God, what do I have to do with all this, right? Some things, some inventions, whether they comes in, they make us life easier or harder. It all depends of how you perceive in it, okay? But evolution is inevitable. That's it, okay? You cannot escape from that. It is what it is. All right, 5 o'clock, the inner work is going to be at Aquarius. We're going to see the moon is going to be tomorrow at that positions in there. This is going to be some very beautiful energy towards Mars. So tomorrow, the moon, after doing its transformations, the moon tomorrow is going to be bringing that sextile towards Mars. It's like, here is. I'm going to be giving you the guidance how to react in the new ways. This could be going the good way, right? But this can go to the bad way of doing revolution where it's you're supposed to do evolution. Okay? So it all depends of your level of understandings that it's going to be triggered tomorrow. All right? But today you're going to get little glimpses, right? It's kind of like I got this idea inside of me, right? That guy is going to be mindful what kind of ideas are coming to you. All right, 6 o'clock, the inner work is going to be at Pisces, is going to be creating these turmoils within the psyche that is going to be squaring the sun and squaring Uranus. It's like, and I'm fighting the universe. The universe brings all this. Why would the universe makes all that situations and harder? Why cannot our life would be easy? Well, if your life is easy, you're not learning anything. Okay? And if you have not progressed in your personal evolution, the universe comes in and says, like, it's your time to get to work. But I don't like it. You volunteer to come to the earth, to be born here as a soul, you have to do something. And changes are coming. Like it or not, they're going to be coming and they're going to be for a good way. It's time to change the things on earth. Why? Uranus is at where? At Taurus. Okay? So this energy is going to be even better on the next hour because the inner work is going to be passing through the North Node and it's going to be between the North Node and Saturn. Very beautiful synchronizations. I mean, very beautiful synchronizations. Okay? It's just when you figure out things, your emotions, they are like a liquid. Okay? You're not this hard emotions person that only it's gotta be your way, only it's gotta be in a certain way, only it's gotta be. You're like a liquid, and you like it. Because that liquid, okay, can fit anywhere. You can put it into one cup, you can put it to a totally different big cup, you can put it into a bottle, right? It's liquid, can fit anywhere. So you learn how to get these universal energies inside of you. That it doesn't matter where you are. Okay? Doesn't matter where you're going to work. You can do the work because you have the universe energies. That is going to be one of the things that the people is going to be start learning multiple things. Not one thing. It's kind of like, okay, I'm just want to learn this and that's all I know how to do it. The rest of it, I don't know. No. The universe is going to be teaching you to multitasking, multi-learning. Okay? So this brain of ours can evolve for the next generations because they're going to be know how to operate totally different way, guys. I got to tell you, they're going to be a smart guys. All right, 8 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be at Leo. The inner work is going to be at Aries. Again, this energy is going to be driving the new things. The only thing it is that that ascendant can tell you, and it's like, why do you opposing transformation? Who is opposing your transformation? Your lower self, your old self, your old ego, the programming with you. That's what it is, opposing a transformation. Okay? Lose of values, lose of other things, maybe losing of respect of others, or whatever who you are in the society. You're someone, or you're VIP, or however. Right? Because you want to hold to the old. And guess what? Saturn's going to say, well, I'm going to be moving to areas and all that old stuff. They're just going to be disappear. Can't bring it. You cannot bring it. You have the wisdom. You can only carry things that you needed for the future. But everything else, you cannot do it. All right, on 9 o'clock, we're going to see the inner work with Chiron. you're going to understand certain things are in your childhood. Imagine in your childhood somebody was talking to you like I'm talking to you, and that advanced level. Where were you going to be today? Let that sink in for a second, right? How much healing would have been happened to the world? To respect everyone as a soul, right? How much that growth that is needed to be happening hasn't happened in there. And now Jupiter sees that the personal growth affected the family growth because Chiron squares Jupiter. This is going to be for a while. A lot of this family personal stuff is going to be for a while because they're going to go direct, retrograde, direct, retrograde. It's going to be for a while. That energy is going to become Zen around this time. It's going to be really, for some people later on, it's going to be at midnight. You're not going to be able to sleep. Okay? But it's got its purpose. Its purpose is evolution. And currently, Chiron sends divine energies to Venus. Heal your love. Here it's the inner work right now. The midheaven, it's with Chiron. And we have this karmic divine energy towards Mercury retrograde and Venus down below. Right? This is the purpose. You to find the divine work in you. To heal first. What happened if you put the divine when you was a child, right? You would have been different, right? So later on at 10 o'clock, we're going to see the ascendant. It's moving. Some of the wisdom is going to be getting it through Chiron. A lot of that power is going to come. But the inner work is going to be a Taurus. And everyone is going to be asking, well, how can you perform these divine energies into the earth? Thinking about it, you're an angel, and whoever you meet, what are you going to be telling them if you're an angel? Thinking about it, if you're so advanced in any certain levels, and you're warning the people, hey, have you ever considering what is this going to be the consequences of these actions? Can we think in a little bit ahead of time, but ahead on a little different levels? Because if you were creating this, then we are creating problems, okay? Like the tires and the cars, like the water bottles, okay? The drinking water, do you know how much water right now is within these bottles that it's not in the atmosphere, it doesn't circulate? You never ask about the consequences of these actions, right? And that is the new ways. So some of these old ways, some of the things that has been done improperly, they're going to be what? They're going to be removed. They're going to be done in a proper way so we can restore. We can restore certain things and then we can go and build a different way. And that's what Aquarius is coming. All right? That's what the Aquarius is coming. Well, with the material world, a lot of things are happening because guess what? In the material world, what did the people forgot about it? Love and values. What did the people love more? Money, personality, survivals, things, right? Mom, dad, buy me an iPad. Okay, buy me an iPhone. And you go and you buy the iPhone and you think that your kids will love you for an iPhone. No, they don't. They love the iPhone, not you. That is the harsh truth. Because that was not love. That's called indulgence. And now, you're finding that out in a hard time. Right? So now you're looking at inside of you what they need to change. Right? You need to spend more time showing to the people how to create, okay, but in the material world, how to put the seeds into the ground, how to water it, how to cultivate it, right? the different cultures, right? Tomatoes, fruits, vegetables, right? Because that is the real thing, okay? But Uranus is going to be shifting us to this way, like it or not. It is what it is. Okay, so that's what it was, the astrogravitational report. I want to be giving you some little bit of heads up for tomorrow. Just be mindful that the true Lilith is going to be exact with Mars, and a lot of truths can comes out, but they can really what? They can either put you in the right perspective, or they're going to aggravate you. But accepting the truth is going to bring the peace in us all. All right. All right. 7 o'clock. We're going to have the moon. It's going to be moving out. It's going to be at the 10 degrees of Aquarius. She's going to be sextiling the sun, and later on, she's going to begin to sextile what? Mars and the true Lilith, who is also Sag. So we're going to see these transitioning energies in the morning in there, but that energy of Lilith is going to be still coming out. That energy of the fear is still going to be. But the moon is moving ahead, and she's like, you know what, authority, I find a new way. Eureka, right? There's a new invention. I found this new pattern. I found this new solution. I found these situations to the problems. And now the authority accepted within, and then guess what? You're sharing it with others because you understand that this is going to be resolving things, right? Because right now you're building for what? Understanding the consequences of your actions. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. Thank you for the click, the likes, the shares, the subscribes, and come back tomorrow for another astrogravitational report, guys. Much love, and good luck to all of us.